Hello, my beautiful Pisces. I hope you're having a happy new year so far. I am Crystal with Hattie's Hierophant, and I am here to do your February reading for 2020. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. I've already shuffled your cards and prayed over them and meditated. And your center card, the center of your read, is this wonderful Magician card, right? The great thing about that Magician card and it being the center of your read, number one, is a major arcana. So we can expect newness. We can expect good communication, meaning people are going to be listening to you. And any time that you start feeling like you don't have enough or you're missing something, the universe is like, no, you have everything. You see, because the Magician has everything, right? You can see it in the card. He has the wand, the sword, the cup, and the pentacle, okay? He is a messenger of God. So you can expect messages. You can expect ideas. It's very exciting. It's very exciting. So let's look at your moon energy. So what I'm seeing in your moon energy is some work. I see you're doing a lot of work. I see you have a lot of projects, and I see they're going to be coming quickly. Your new year has already started off like bam, 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 bam. So I see a ton of opportunity here. I see you signing contracts. I see you writing things down as far as getting them done, making lists. It may seem a little bit overwhelming, but I wouldn't worry about it. And I'm going to tell you why. So here's the card that's letting me know, and this is the Eight of Pentacles. It's letting me know that you're going to be doing a lot of work. And this is work that's specifically that you're doing that involves your special skill, okay? And with that Magician card being the center of your read, people are recognizing that. And then here is the Ten of Wands. And you see here with the Ten of Wands, you see how he's holding all of those wands and they seem like burdens? But you see how broad his shoulders are? Pisces, you can handle it. Okay? You can handle it. You are not afraid of work. And then you have the Eight of Wands in your moon energy. So we can expect that a lot of work is going to be coming your way. Do not feel overwhelmed. Know that you can handle it. So immediately in your sun energy, I have the Knight of Wands, the Four of Wands. Friend, you have a lot of fire. And then you have the World card. So, seeing that this is in February and you know, that's normally related with Valentine's Day and love and all that good stuff. And I'm feeling like it is love related. Either you're feeling like, when is love going to come for me? And with that World card, it's just a matter of time. So actually, you don't have to be patient, because with that Knight of Wands, you're going to be getting word either of a new love relationship or one that you're already in, to where it's going to be reignited, right? Which makes sense, because I'm doing this reading right before a lunar eclipse, right? And that's all about, and plus we just left another eclipse, right? That's about, it bubbles stuff up, okay? So perhaps if you had a relationship or something you thought was turning into something and it didn't, and you're like, well, what the heck? This might be a time to where that's reignited when it resurfaces, because during that time you probably had some aha moments, not only about that relationship, but about yourself, that were needed to surface and bubble up in order to get to that next step, so you can both be on that same page. And with that World card, it's just a matter of time, and it's going to be different for all of you Pisces. But it's coming, and it's going to be committed. It is going to be one that you can celebrate and that people want to celebrate with you. You see those two people there? That's happiness. Look at the people who are celebrating in the background. You know, out of all the times I've ever read this card, I've never noticed them back there. People are going to be celebrating with you. Okay? And your immediate present, what I can expect. Again, your communication is going to be awesome. Remember when I said that at the beginning of the read, and I just recognized that the Ace of Swords was there. That's all about communication, getting ideas, and for that to be sitting next to the Magician, keep a notebook handy, write it down, put a note app on your phone and type it in. In between that time of you waking up and still asleep, those ideas there, they're going to seem a little wacky doodle, but I promise if you write those down, there's going to be something in there that you can use and work with. And it's going to be solid. It's going to be solid, right? It's going to be these ideas and how you're moving forward, whether it's with a relationship or with your business and clients, or even with your family, whatever it is, because I feel like there's so much that's involved with this Magician, because he encounters so much. He encounters ideas. He encounters families and money and love. The Magician touches on all of those things. It's going to start to feel more stable. Okay? But don't hold on to him so tight that you don't focus on all these things that you can still do here, right? Because if this is your money that you're holding on to so tightly, right, you're missing out on the joys here, the parks and recreation, right, back here. Or if this is a relationship that you're holding on to so tight because you're like, oh wow, we're finally in tune, so I'm going to hold on to this for dear life. You're missing out on things here that make you you. So although you get that stability, don't hoard it. Don't just make it all yours where you're holding on to it so tightly that it leaves marks. Okay? So we are going to expand. I want to see what kind of work we're doing in your moon energy. And when I talk about moon energy, this is energy and things that are happening in the spirit world in your favor, on your behalf. Spirit is always working on our behalf. That's why it's very important that your thoughts are exactly where you want your life to be, because Spirit reacts to that. They react to that. They love you so much that if you're like, you know what, I'm so fat, they're like, oh, okay, she wants to be fat. I know some of you guys are like, Crystal, now come on. Seriously, watch where you resonate. But let's see. Let me expand on that. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's interesting. All right, so very important. So some of the cards that I laid out with that Eight of Pentacles. The first one that came up was the Page of Swords, the Three of Swords, and the Emperor. Now, the thing about the Page and the Emperor and the Three of Swords, the feeling I'm getting from it is the reason why we're doing some of this work, and these papers and contracts that we're signing. And perhaps we're signing something to end something so something else can begin. That's how come you have so many pentacles. That's how come you have so many things that you're focusing on, because it's not just one. I do feel like, I'm just going to say what I'm feeling. I so hope that you don't take this the wrong way. But I feel like that perhaps we were in a relationship, whether it be work, whether it be family, whether it be an intimate relationship, a relationship where a child was involved. And I'm not saying like a 5-year-old or 6-year-old. I feel like it's more like a teenager into like the 20s, perhaps. I feel like it's a young adult. Not even that. It's more of a teenager between young adult that got involved in this relationship. And it kind of caused a little strife. And perhaps this happened around the eclipse season, it caused a little strife, and it's requiring some work. And I feel like it's requiring work on your part. So if that's the case, Pisces, let's just take responsibility for it. And if it is worth it to you, do the work, right? Who wants anything easy? I know you don't. And with all these things that are going to be coming up, right? I just feel like you're going to be so busy, like all of a sudden. With all of these things coming up, right? That's the Hermit card. And he's all about wisdom and inner wisdom. In this case, I think you need to seek wisdom. Perhaps someone who's in your same field, or someone who has experienced what you're experiencing as far as what's making you feel overwhelmed, and just get some advice, someone you respect. And I feel like you know exactly, as soon as I said that, I feel like you knew exactly who you could go to for advice. In addition to that, I had gotten this Page of Cups. And to me, that is such a Pisces feeling, because it's all about being creative. That's what that fish in that cup is about your creativity. And I have the Hanged Man, and I have the Nine of Swords. So this is creating, so with all these things that are coming your way, right? Because with the Eight of Pentacles and then the Eight of Wands, it's giving you a little bit of anxiety, really. It's not stress, it's anxiety and it's worry. To the point where you're almost like tossing and turning in your sleep. I know this sounds wonky doodle and a little Oprah Winfrey, right? But keep a journal by your bed and write down those things that stress you out. In addition to that, if you feel like that you're the one who needs to correct a behavior, correct it with that person, or with the people, or with that organization. I wonder if it's all three. Whatever the case, once you take responsibility for it, right? You no longer own that. It's no longer your identity. And once you own it, no one can make it your identity. And it's not like, well, I apologize for that, so why do you keep bringing that up? No, it's more like, you know what? We addressed that, and I sincerely meant it from my heart, so I no longer identify with this. And this is how I want to move forward. And once you do that, it may take a little while for a little forgiveness, especially if someone was hurt in that situation. It may just take a little bit of time. And I'm getting that with that Hangman energy. And if I'm picking up on someone in your immediate circle, as far as, hey, Crystal, it wasn't me, they did this to me, right? Then the message is take your time about forgiving. Seek wisdom or a counselor, like, hey, this particular thing happened to me and it hurt me. I understand you were in the same situation. What did you do? What advice would you give me? Because, baby, you don't need to be losing any beauty sleep over this tomfoolery. You don't. Let me expand on this 10 of, yeah. Okay. So whatever the situation that happened, right? Either it was you or it was done to you. Whatever the case, it was petty crap. It's almost like if one little petty thing happens, it's not so bad. 3 is getting on your nerves. But once it starts being like a lot, it looks like a huge problem, right? But you see, they're not beating each other to a pulp, meaning no one's really hurting anyone badly, but because there's so many little things, it feels like it's this one big thing. I heard that you need to listen to each other. You just need to listen to each other. And when you do, look at that. That star card means so many things. Like that big star, that's like the North Star, right? And you know, when you follow that North Star, it guides you. It's one that guides you to your destination, to home. It's more than just a wish being fulfilled, right? Because if you're lost in a forest and you're trying to get home and that North Star is the only thing that's guiding you and you get home because of that North Star, that is a wish fulfilled. You can get past this petty stuff, obviously, because you got the star card. Okay, so let's expand on your sun energy, baby doll. Yeah, oh my gosh. So all the stuff that's happening in your moon energy is really bothering your psyche. And Pisces, don't let it bother your psyche. You're one of the most brilliantly creative signs in the zodiac, and this will mess up your brilliance. Like it won't mess you up. I'm just saying it's going to slow down your creativity. Man, don't do that to the world, okay? Because look, so we have the Knight of Wands, King of Cups. King of Cups is all about love. And then we have the Six of Wands. That's all about celebration and job well done. Not only a celebration like whoop whoop, but like you did it. You got it done. That's almost like a parade in your honor. So it's a great accomplishment. Okay? Your sun energy is like lit. Can I tell you that? I want to expand on this Wheel of Fortune, Page of Wands. Friend, what? Like, I can't make this up. So you already know that you had the Wheel of Fortune, friend. And then you got the Page of Wands. And the page is all about, look, I'm going to bring you energy. I'm going to bring you passion. And I'm going to bring word. It's the most beautiful card in the deck. I'm bringing you prosperity. This is the Wheel of Fortune. Prosperity, right? Look at those sunflowers in the background. That's what that represents. It's the most beautiful card in the deck, in my opinion. To me, that is success, success, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy. And then on top of that, the baby, you got the Empress. She's all about beauty and love, and guess what? Prosperity. Right? There's some, I don't know if we are expecting a child. I just got a little nauseous. Somebody's pregnant. Somebody's going to be having a baby in this new year. For sure. Or we are birthing a new project. But I don't mean to scare any Pisces, but I do feel like that there is some fertility happening. Just saying. Just saying. If we're not looking for that, use protection. Okay? Use protection. Otherwise, whatever this is that we're birthing is going to be beautiful. You obviously are going to get an offer from this King of Cups. And with it there being with the Knight of Wands and the Six of Wands, like I see passion, love, romance. I see just like it's radiating. And this is all in your sun energy. This is going to be in your ego. So this is going to be seen by you. It's just not things that are happening in the spirit world. And you just get to see trinkets of it, right? But you'll be able to see and feel all of this and touch it, tangible things. So let's take a look at your immediate present. And then you got the World card on top of that. All right, so with this, so we have some swords with this three of, my nails will not allow me to get your cards up. So we already talked about that Ace of Swords. And for clarification, we got the Ten of Swords and the Three of Wands. I feel like that whatever's happening at work, because you are like the superstar, right? Whatever is happening at work, that you know is not working, or who you know is not working for you. If you're in the position to change that, I'm not down for getting people fired. I'm not. But if it's not working, it's not working. Let them move on to something to where they can soar. Because I feel like the vision I get is like a Band-Aid. That's the vision I got. It's like this Band-Aid on a bruise. Like, it doesn't even make sense. You don't put Band-Aids on bruises. And I feel like that whatever this situation is, it's like we need to end it. We need to let it go so we can move forward. Because when you move forward, we talked about that one already. When we move forward, you have that World card and you have that that Two of Wands, and it can't be a coincidence that he's holding the World in his hand and you got the World card, right? So again, it's all about making a choice. Do we want to choose to really focus on how we want our world to look and how it to function? Or do we want to keep this Band-Aid on top of a bruise to where it's not doing any of us any good? Yeah, see? It's even making you worry about your investment. It's not good for your investment. So whomever or whatever is in this energy, and I do feel like it's business related. For some, I hear small percentages like a family, but it feels like more business related, work related. Whatever that thing that's not working, that you've been trying to make work, that you've been trying to put a circle in a square, it's time to go put that circle, go tell that circle to go with your other circles. Like, we tried it. We tried to put you in sideways. We tried to put it in from the top, from the bottom. Like, we tried everything, and you just can't be a square, and that's okay. You just can't do it here, right? Of course, you don't have to sound that condescending like I did. I'm just trying to be dramatic. All right, so I need to expand on this Magician card, because this card has been like, oh, Crystal, I'm here. Expand on me. Yeah. So, to me, this is clarification. Okay? This is clarification that's on top of that Magician card. That Three of Cups. That's all about collaboration and celebration. Okay? Once we take off that Band-Aid off of that bruise, now you can collaborate with people. It starts to make sense. It starts to gel. You can have 4 people around, and if one people is like causing issues, or they're just not on the same frequency, everything just seems to like have a little crack in it. I don't know why it happens. It does. But sometimes once you remove that, the synergy starts to increase, productivity starts to increase, love starts to increase, right? And you have such amazing cards. The only thing I see is this particular situation. And once you adjust it, because it's just a small adjustment, it's not like you don't have to rip that Band-Aid off of that scab, because it's not a scab. It's really just a cover-up. So once you take that off, I see beautiful, beautiful, beautiful things. It's quite amazing. So I hope this is helpful. I hope it makes sense to you. I really am glad that you stopped by to take a look. And Pisces, all my love.